What's up, family? Bet online is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports, contests, events with first to market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league from the MLB, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. Bet Online continues to be the top online resource for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. Head to Bet Online today or use your mobile device to join today and make your first sports bet. Use our promo code BELIEVE50, BLEAV50 to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts, who's a proud sponsor of the Bossman Show on your radio. All right, folks, back on the Bossman Show. New Elon Phoenix head coach out of CAA. Bill Taylor here with me. Coach Taylor, good to talk to you, my brother. How's it been over there in Elon, man?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I appreciate you having me on the show, and just excited to be here at Elon. This has really been a great opportunity for myself, for our student athletes and our family. So just really thrilled to be here, man.
Hey, man, you've been paying your dues, man. You know, you're assistant coach for a long time, been a head coach twice before. Did you think you ever get an opportunity to be a head coach, Coach Taylor?
You know, that's a great question. I've been very blessed to have a head coaching job in Division I at two different institutions, Lehigh University for 5 years, Ball State head coach for 6 years, and then also to be a head coach at Belmont Abbey College down in Charlotte for 3 years, Division II. I've been blessed in my career, and I've been around really great people, but you never know. You never know if you're going to get another opportunity. So I just try to work as hard as I can, really invest in the student athletes and into their lives, try to impact them and give them the best opportunity to have success, not only in their college career, but beyond. And then if the opportunity presents itself, then really just go for it. And I'm thrilled to be here at an institution like Elon.
Now, Coach, for you, man, when you was in Notre Dame playing, did you think you was going to become a head coach anytime when you was playing ball back in the day, man?
You know, it's funny. I had no interest in getting into coaching. So I got my degree in accounting and computer applications. I double majored at Notre Dame. I went and I got my CPA license. I was working for Arthur Andersen in Chicago, so large accounting firm. And I really had no intention of ever getting into coaching. My college coach at the time, John McLeod, who's passed away recently, coach had asked me if I had interest in coaching. I said, no. I said, I have no interest in coaching. I told him, I said, Coach, you get no respect. You get no credit for how hard you work, how hard the job is. I said, I don't want to coach. I don't think I want to do that. 3 years later, he called me, asked me, and I said, absolutely, I'm on board. So it's funny where life takes you. But just been blessed to have great opportunities, be around great people, and have doors open for me.
I hear that. Now, I'm asking you, Coach. Now, since you played in the '90s, man,
Mm-hmm.
how was the game changing in your opinion from then until now?
Yeah, I think there's such an emphasis now on tempo and playing with pace and playing fast. My college coach John McLeod was a proponent of that. Even back in the '90s. I mean, we were running and. We had my freshman year at Notre Dame, we had three guys that were averaging 16 points a game: LaFonso Ellis, Elmer Bennett, and Damon Sweet. So we had, we were scoring, like we were up tempo, we were playing fast. And I think, that really caught on more and more as it kind of got to the early 2000s. And as the rules changed, as you weren't allowed to put your hands on offensive players, taking away the hand check, trying to take away the off-ball physicality. That kind of led to some lower scoring in the 90s, and obviously the game wanted to get sped up, and coaches wanted to play faster. And we as players, we always want to play faster. Like no one ever really wants to play slow as a player. So, just kind of having that be more the culture around NBA and college basketball and seeing success, we've just really seen the game change. And obviously the impact of guys like LeBron and the skilled guys that are just can do so much with the basketball. That positionless basketball is just beautiful to watch.
I remember when I was in college, it was like a stretch four was a thing, having a stretch four. Now it's a stretch five and playing five out, motion and movement. The Warriors split actions kind of came into play. Mike D'Antoni was another guy that helped this become faster back in 76 with my guy Joe Johnson came to the Hawks with the Suns. So I love the game now because I remember when I played, it was, hey, we going to play two bigs and run cuts off the baseline cuts, triples, and things of that nature. I remember those plays called we used to have, but now it's just motion now. And just, hey, a ball screen here, a flex cut here, maybe a pin down here. It's fun. It's more fun to watch, in my opinion, Coach.
No, it definitely is. And I think that's where the game continues to evolve. And you really, you nailed it in terms of, it used to be stretch fours. That was a big deal. Oh, you got a stretch four. Now it's like a stretch five or small ball five. What Draymond does at the five spot in terms of, kind of short roll and then making plays out of a short roll. I mean, it's just so hard to guard. Everybody on the floor can shoot the basketball and attack the rim. But the thing that I think is different, for us, how we coach, how we played at Iowa and the really good teams in the NBA, and you saw it in the finals, it's who dominates the paint. It still comes down to when the Warriors scored in the paint, when they got the ball to the rim, whether it was Steph driving and getting layups or Draymond getting downhill, Wiggins obviously was really effective getting to the paint. You have to get to the basket and you got to rebound. And the Warriors did a great job in rebounding the basketball. They got offensive rebounds. They control the defensive glass. So as much as it's, playing small, that only works if you get to the paint and score and if you rebound. If you don't do those two things, you're going to play small, you're going to get killed.
Yes, you got to have the right size big five, and I think Looney should get paid a lot of money as well because Looney saved their hide against the Mavericks and the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they got away with it. Having Wiseman out for the season and just really having Looney and, lost JaVale McGee. So, they lost a lot of presence in the paint, and to be able to do it with him at the five spot, he certainly earned that extension and that money.
No doubt. Now, Coach Meskis, man, how's it been meeting your guys, man? I know you're a new head coach and to build relationships because you didn't recruit those guys for the most part. So you having them trust and believe in you and your staff and your culture and your vision. How's it been meeting your guys so far, man?
Yeah, my philosophy has always been, and I think it because of what I experienced, right? So my coach that recruited me was Digger Phelps, and Coach Phelps retired right before I got to Notre Dame. So I played all 4 years for John McLeod. So I played for a coach that didn't recruit me. And that was, unique, and that helped really kind of shape my vision in terms of when I take over a job as a head coach, I want to build relationships with those guys. So even though, what I tell them is, you didn't choose me necessarily, but I chose you. I'm choosing you guys. I'm choosing to come here and take this opportunity. So, they become my guys. As soon as I put on the Elon hat or the Elon shirt, you're my guys. We're going to war together. So, really it was about building that relationship right from the jump, having the one-on-one meetings, having the small group meetings, having some time of fellowship, whether it's breaking bread or whatever, really building that relationship. So that was the first key for me in terms of making progress with the program was, hey, we got to build these relationships. We got to become a family and get to know each other. And then we built our coaching staff, and then we got going recruiting. And I think that philosophy is really different than what a lot of guys do. A lot of people just say, hey, you know what? I'll recruit my own guys. And I don't believe in that at all. I believe as soon as I get here, you're my guys until you tell me that we're not.
I hear that, Coach. I'm with you, man. And you in the CAA, heck of a league, man. I know my man Martin Inglesby won in Delaware last year, and in that run they made defensively locking people down. Think about how deep the league is. It's going to get even deeper with the additions of Stony Brook and Howard and not Howard, but A&T and Hampton rather coming to the league as well.
Yeah, the CAA is really an unforgiving league. You've got some really competitive teams. You talk about the success with Martin Inglesby at Delaware, and I coached Martin for a year at Notre Dame. My first year in coaching, Martin was still playing, so kind of fun to go full circle with him. But you're right, Speedy at Hofstra does a great job. There's so many really good teams, good programs. The success they've had at Charleston over the years. Now you're adding A&T, Hampton coming to the league. So, I love the diversity in our league. And that, we have the high academic schools, like ourselves. We have HBCUs, which I think is awesome that we add that to our league. We've got one AA football. So it just really is a diverse league, and it's a fun league to be in. And again, the history of the league, with what George Mason has done, VCU, the success in this league in the NCAA tournament that really put the Colonial on the map, so that we can now go out here and do the thing that we love and do it at a high level and recruit high level athletes is really a lot of fun.
I hear that, Coach, and you kind of mentioned for my recruiting. The footprint that you all have, you can get anybody you want to, but the footprint that you all have extended up the eastern coast there. Also coming down to the Carolinas is where you're at right now, and down to further into Georgia, South Carolina, down to Florida. So talk about where you've been at Elon and the location in the conference, how you can recruit talent all over the place.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Again, being a high academic school, and we had this at Lehigh, obviously we had it at Notre Dame as well. It's actually interesting for us at Elon. Most of our students come from North Carolina, as you would expect. But the second most recruited state for our student body is Massachusetts. So when you really think about that and you say it's not South Carolina, it's not Georgia, it's Massachusetts. So it really shows the emphasis that we have in recruiting in New England, Massachusetts, Connecticut, New York, Pennsylvania. So that helps us in terms of our basketball recruitment, because we know there's tons of good talent in New England, whether it's New England prep schools, New England high schools, in addition to being able to recruit the Carolinas. And this is our third time living here in Carolina. So we love North Carolina. We love North Carolina basketball. And you can't go too far without seeing a basketball goal in the driveway, people playing the game. I mean, this is a basketball-rich state with basketball tradition. So to be in this state coaching is an incredible opportunity. And to recruit to this area of the country, I mean, the weather here, as you know, it's unbelievable. So we have a different feeling here in the winter as opposed to what I grew up with in the Midwest.
I hear that, Coach. Yeah, if it snows in Georgia, I'm not coming out of the house, Coach. I'm in the house forever.
Absolutely.
I got two more for you, man. Non-conference games, Coach. You being in North Carolina, you can get games without leaving your state, man. So how's it cool to be in a state where you can pretty much have a lot of local flavor, build local rivalries just with the bus trips rather than having to get on a plane. And I know ADs and presidents love when you save money. So being in a state like that, it's where you can do that, man.
Absolutely. It's a great opportunity. You're down here in ACC country. So, you've got, Duke and Chapel Hill, State, Wake Forest, all within 45 minutes of our campus. So to be able to play against that ACC competition, or just, some of the other mid-majors, whether it's the UNC Greensboros or whoever, Charlotte, some of those guys, there's just great opportunities to play against high-level competition. And with so many Division I schools here in North Carolina, as you mentioned, we don't have to go that far. We don't have to stretch into, even again, you playing at Tennessee State. I mean, we barely have to cross the border to get great competition, to get ourselves ready, for CAA play. So it's a fantastic opportunity for us to play and coach against high-level basketball, and to do that and be challenged every single time we step on the floor.
That's what for you, Coach, man. When you come to Atlanta, Coach, what's your favorite spot to eat down here? We at the Peach Jam or Lake Point or watching the AAU ball down here, man?
Man, I have to say this. I'm going to give a shout out to the people at Peach Jam, because the folks there take such tremendous care of us. I mean, Peach Jam is my favorite event to go to, high quality basketball, and the folks there just take care of you. I mean, I get some fresh peaches. I get a nice homemade sandwich. I get some barbecue. I mean, really the way people take care of you, in Georgia, in North Carolina, just making you feel at home, at welcome, and it's a special feeling. So shout out to the folks there at Peach Jam for just taking care of the coaches, loving on us, and understanding that, we're on the road for all these days. We're beat up, we're tired. So they got a good home cooked meal for us, and I can get some fresh peaches. Man, I'm a happy man.
I hear that, Coach Taylor. I should be at the Peach Jam. I think I'm scheduled to be out there at the Peach Jam. So I hope I'll see you there as well, Coach. So, but man, it's fun to chat with you, Coach Taylor. It's been fun. I'll be cheering for the Phoenix as well. I always want you guys who come on the show to do well like yourself, man. I'm glad to meet you here on the show, man. Before seeing in person as well down the road, since COVID's kind of lessening it up now, man. So I'll be cheering for you guys, man, for real.
Well, thank you. I appreciate you having me, and look forward to meeting you in person.
Thanks, Coach.
All right. Appreciate it. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
What's up, family? Bet Online is the fastest and easiest way to wager on all your favorite sports, contests, events with first to market odds and lines. Find reviews and news for every league from the MLB, NFL, NBA, NHL, combat sports, esports, and even golf. Bet Online continues to be the top online resource for all your sports information, from live in-game betting, props, and futures. Head to Bet Online today or use your mobile device to join today and make your first sports bet. Use our promo code BELIEVE50, BLEAV50, to receive your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. Bet Online, where the game starts, who's a proud sponsor of the Bossman Show on your radio.